God be the glory, all blessings, you heard? Scariest part about life nowadays, you know, growing up being a, African-American male, it's like, where do I start? You know, it's like, I had posted a status the other day about, we lay down, we die, we fight back, we die. I will not die like a dog in the street. And although I feel like, I've never directly been confronted with racism to a point where I can respond to it, I feel like this right now, everything going on in life is crazy. There has been so many black people that have been killed unarmed. Like unarmed. Like nothing in their possessions that was to be believed to be a reason to die. And they die. You know what I mean? And it sucks that it's to this point. It sucks that when I walk outside, I'm not even sure how to respond. I'm not even sure how to be engageful with the people that are supposed to protect and serve, It's fearful that somehow in the world, society has told cops of all walks of life to kill first and ask questions later. That's not even the first resort in the Army and the Navy. That's not even the first resort overseas where people are actually really trying to kill you at a consistent rate. People that you don't even know. You don't know if it's a man, a woman, children, and things of that nature. And we're dying here, When I was in college, people felt a sense of entitlement to tell me, like, yo, you should stand for the American flag. Why am I standing for a flag that doesn't represent me? Why am I standing for something that doesn't believe in me? Why do I care how someone else perceives me when I'm not even accepted by my peers, And then people be like, well, you can't really say this, you can't really say that because black on black crime. Of course, black on black crime is not something that, I'm proud about or something that I'm even braggadocious about. But that's a result of circumstances. That's a result of a lot. You go to a black community, you see alcohol, liquor stores within every 5 to 10 blocks. You see lotteries within every 5 to 10 blocks. You see Naakis, the regular corner stores within every 5 to 10 blocks. You go downtown to Lower Manhattan, you see more industrialization. You see more corporate. You see more banks. You see the different mindset and this different ideology when it goes a little bit lower. You know what I mean? And people are like, well, don't be a victim of your circumstance, You're just using it as an excuse. You want to know what's the crazy thing that I know I'm not using an excuse? Because I think no white person in this world would be okay with changing their life to be black. And if you are one of these people that can look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm okay with being white, but I would never want to be black because I know what they go through. And you choose not to speak up. And you choose not to stand up for something. There is no different than the people that's actually doing the actions. We have but so much of a voice. We have but so much of a saying. But when you have someone of the same liking, of the same understanding, of the same skin complexion, doing this and you speaking up, then it's not like we just by ourselves. Do you know how scary it is to not know if you're going to come home the same day? Do you know how scary it is that you got to walk past police officers and make sure you don't move too sudden to make sure they feel comfortable when they got the guns on their hip? Like, you mean to tell me that I'm a threat to you because I'm black, big, and I got tattoos? I'm a threat to you because when you grab me up, because of, the years of trials and tribulations, there's a little tenseness in my body. You got people dying over the most smallest, simplistic things. And the thing about it is not that people are just dying and then, the repercussions are happening. No. People are dying and people are getting away with it. People are dying and they're getting on administrative leave, There's going to be an investigation of what happened. There doesn't need to be an investigation of what happened. It's clear as day. A, B, and C. You've seen what happened. What is the investigation? But let it be vice versa. Let us black people start pulling these triggers. Let us start fighting back. Let us start, having this type of mindset, and then things will change. I mean, I've had the arguments with people being like, oh, stop being a victim. Oh, stop playing this race card. Oh, but what are you doing to change your community? Oh, but I hear all of it. The thing about it is that when people talk like that, when people make those suggestions, you can ask the same question back. What are you doing to help my community? The response is going to be, why do I need to help your community when it's not impacting me? Is the biggest form of racism that people don't understand. See, people want to profess, all lives matter. And I do agree, all lives matter. I mean, think about it. Like, all lives do matter. But think about it as this. We all have a house. All 5 of us have a house. And my house is on fire. And I come to you guys like, yo, my house is on fire. Help me. And then you say back to me, I mean, we get your houses on fire, but all houses matter. Although all houses matter, my house is on fire, and I'm coming to you for support. I'm coming to you for help. I'm coming to you humbly, and you're not helping. You're a part of the cause. You're just like it. I say white silence is equivalent to real violence. Black silence is equivalent to real violence. So many people want to get up and all, and I mean, this is to my kind. We want to come together when a cop kills one of us, but we got beef with one another over territory that we don't even own. Over neighborhoods that's not even ours. We got beef over people for selling drugs in our own hood that's killing our own people. We're not even doing nothing to come together collectively to be something different. We're subjecting ourselves to these things that they're putting on us, and we're allowing it to happen. It'd be scary raising a child right now, especially an African American male. It'd be scary. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why does it have to come to this point? Why we gotta shed tears? Why is it still a I can't breathe? Why is it still a hands up? Why do we have to respond in such a negative manner for us to get a response? How are we able to have a man like how we have in the White House, knowing what he has done, knowing who he is? If you want to know what society is, if you want to know what the world is, if you want to understand what's going on in life as a real human being, just think about the politics. Think about how we let people in office. Think about the people that we allow to even represent us as a nation. You mean to tell me I can't jog in the street because I make people feel suspicious? And they could gun me down? You mean to tell me you think I'm writing a false check and that means that you're gonna suffocate me to death in the middle of the street? You mean to tell me, I'm leaving my junior college, I get stopped by a cop, and because I look suspicious, you pull out your gun? Why is the first thing every time having a conversation, why is the first thing every time a person gets stopped, why is the first thing always freeze? Don't move. I feel threatened. Why is it that? Why is everybody responding like that? How are you in any position to rule anything, in any position to protect and serve? How are you in any position to be in charge of my life? Women, you gotta love your black men, man. You gotta love your black men because the society don't. Society don't. Men, you gotta love your brothers, man, because society don't. Anybody of the opposite, anybody of the different, you gotta love your men, man. And black men, you got to. Whether part of the LGBT community, whether part of any community, whatever community it is, if you're a small community trying to stand out, trying to represent something in the world, you have to support as well. Because at one point, you'll get to this point too. People shun you out. People make you feel like you don't matter. People make you feel like what's going on with you don't happen. People are dying every day and all we're getting is a my bad. Honestly, I don't even think we're getting a my bad. When a cop does something wrong, all you hear is, not all cops are like that. We got good cops. But when bad cops do bad things, the good cops that we talk about, the good cops never say nothing. So how many good cops do we really have? If I'm hanging out with people that I know is doing bad and I don't tell them that they're doing bad, I'm coerced. I'm just along with them. For me to come to the point where I have to have an argument with my mom when she's like, Matt, well, you know, just if a cop tells you to do something, just listen. Mom, you ain't see these guys dying from listening? Well, Matt, well, if you fight back, you're gonna die. I'm gonna fight back. I'm gonna die if I don't. It's like, it sucks, man. You know, I love you to death, but you don't even know how serious this is. It's scary. The best thing to do is, you know, pray, put yourself in this position of power, and don't allow this to happen. For all the people that have died, you know, at the hands of law enforcement, for all the people that have died at the hands of anybody, you know, I want to apologize from the deepest parts of my heart. I'm not a person that believes in apologies, but I do believe somebody got to say something. Like, we still dying. I want to apologize from deep down inside. Like, cause we still dying. Nobody's standing up for us. Why is the only time that we come together is when one of us dies? I know all lives matter. But Black lives need your support. Don't let this go over your head. God bless.